you're not going to be putting yourself at risk in any way whatsoever. Again, don't depend on anyone specifically. Make sure that you depend on yourself and what you get accomplished.
Welcome to Cards and Constellations with Bonnie Morris and Don Rumor Rivera from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Here, we blend astrology and tarot to guide you through the twists and turns for the week ahead. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share. Let's dive into your cosmic journey together.
Sagittarius, this is your weekly astrology reading for the week of August 18th through the 24th. Miss Bonnie's not able to join us, and so she's written the astrology for me, and I'm going to deliver it. Be patient with me. My reading skills sometimes can be sketchy. And remember, I didn't write this, so don't blame me. Sagittarius, we start off the week with that kite headed towards Saturn, opposing Mars. And so once again, trying to find that compromise between taking action and limitations. Remember, before this week started, and last week especially, there were two kites. And the good part is the one kite is dissolved. And it says here, we also will have the opposition between Mercury and Pluto. So something with the communication is going to have the change for less than the tension, far less than the tension. And we will start off with a square between the moon and Saturn and Neptune. So your feelings versus your limitations and your illusions. So be cautious. Okay. The interesting thing there again is that second kite is also dissolving. So this is also going to have an impact on you. Lots of movement this week. All right. There is another square to be cautious about, and that's between Mars and the moon. So taking action with feelings will be necessary. Hear that? Taking actions with feelings will be necessary. Is there a proposal in the works? Is there a time to have a conversation about something that's not working? Let's go. I'm going to move on because she didn't put that in there. I did, so I'm planting a seed there. Now, the good news is that the kite begins to dissolve, which we talked about midweek, and the only opposition will be Venus versus Pluto. So that's love, romance, and money in opposition to dramatic change or whatever works for you. It's going to have someone's going to have to compromise. Compromise is the name for this specific kind of interaction. Thursday, we have squares between Uranus and the moon and Uranus and the sun. So there's going to be some unexpected surprises in both feelings and identity. You may get a lesson this week about maybe you measured up to who you thought you were, or you may find out maybe you don't measure up, and maybe that's going to be a tweak which you're going to see. This could be an eye opener, and for the bigger picture, it could help you to figure out managing real world responsibilities. And again, so you may have to step up to the plate in a way that you weren't sure you could, and then you stepped up and you did. And I think it's wonderful. The sun moves into Virgo on the 22nd and lights up your career and public image sector. The key here is to pace yourself so that neither sphere suffers. Okay, so again, pace yourself that your home and your career have a good balance, and that not one is outshining the other, because when that happens, the other one gets shadowed, and it is not a healthy thing. Early in the week, you'll feel momentum on a project or recognition for past efforts. In the middle of the week is a good time for networking with those higher ups. Woohoo, smoothing with the boss, little red nose there, or pitching pitching new ideas. Okay. Once the sun enters Virgo, your focus will sharpen on structure, visibility, and long-term career strategies. If you're single, you may cross paths with someone connected to work or public life. Couples could be discussing shared responsibilities, relocations, or building career goals with home life on the 19th and 20th. Be supportive. So what this is saying pretty much is that if you're in a coupled relationship already, there may be a conversation about new job relocation. It could be in reference to just a new job. This could be in conversation about maybe a new home or new home purchase. And if you're not in a relationship, then you may run into somebody at work, and through that work environment, you may meet that someone special, and that's kind of cool too. Let's see. Reminders: teamwork matters this week, and also love and career gains can translate into financial opportunities midweek. Again, that could be that opportunity to get a job and to relocate, or even find that special someone at work. It's a favorite time to discuss salary adjustments, new contracts or investments, and personal growth. On the 23rd, be very cautious and read contracts carefully. the 23rd. Let me repeat that. On the 23rd, read contracts carefully. Small oversights could cost you later. Okay, so again, detail, pay attention to detail on the 23rd. I would also say on the 22nd because the 23rd is a Saturday. Sometimes it's a moon situation or a shadow situation. So on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'd be paying attention to anything I saw. Okay. With that said, let's have a look at tarot and see how tarot compares with this very complex but very positive astrology reading. Sagittarius, let's take a look at the tarot for the week and see how it aligns, or if it even does align, with what the astrology spoke about. On the bottom of the deck is your energy for the week around you, and your environment this week is not a good week for your coworkers. Your coworkers and your energy around you is just not one that's very supportive. This is more of a contentious situation. This is more about it's a Seven of Swords, and so it's just people. It's not. Don't trust that people will do what they're supposed to do. Don't trust that people necessarily have your best interest at heart. This is a week where you pay attention to the people around you and what's happening, and make sure that you're always maneuvering your situation so where you're not going to be putting yourself at risk in any way whatsoever. Again, don't depend on anyone specifically. Make sure that you depend on yourself and what you get accomplished. Now, the energy for you this week is the same energy as was Scorpio, and that's the Hangman in reverse. And again, in the Hangman in reverse is you stuck, but this is not a week of stuff. This is you of happiness and activity, moving forward, which I love. And that energy of moving forward is a very good energy that tells you, you know what, shake off whatever's happening and make sure that you are embracing the week and using it to your full advantage. You're going to celebrate this week. This is a week of celebration, acknowledgement for work you have done, acknowledgement for things you've accomplished, and acknowledgement for things that you're moving forward with. So you're going to get a lot of attention this week. People are going to be drawn to you for one, but you're also going to get attention for things you've accomplished. The second card out is the Star card, and that's an alignment card. And I love that because that alignment card tells me that the things that we talked about, the energies and so forth, they are coming at you, and they're perfect for you to align. And that's why, again, you have the magnetism that you do for now. And that's why that Hangman is so happy, because when you're aligned and when you're properly aligned, life is smoother for you, and then you're a happy place. You're in a happy place, a happy space, and you're moving forward. So this is going to be a week of good opportunity, good activity. Look at this, the happy place. Here's the Three of Cups. It's a happy celebration. So this is a week to celebrate. Again, you're going to get you're going to get some recognition. You're going to get some attention. You may even get a few eyes saying, hey, you're kind of good looking these days. You're kind of cute. You're kind of pretty, whatever the situation might be. You know, you're kind of looking good nowadays, that kind of stuff. So you may get some personal compliments as well as people who acknowledge your business acumen. You could get accomplishments about some things that some investments you've done, maybe some friendships that are appreciating that they have you as a friend. You know, there could be a crossover of friendships and your professional services, and somehow, you know, they need you to do something, they do, and you're happy. So lots of attention this week, lots of good things. And it's interesting because the 10 of Wands, and so something you've been struggling with for quite a while, something that's been frustrating you is coming to a close. Whatever it was that has been frustrating you, whatever it is that was like a battle, and you're like, I need to get this done, is finally coming to a close this week, which maybe again brings you that resolution, which makes you happier, which makes you shine more. And so you feel like, man, you're on top of the world. And then there's a Palace of Wands, which tells you again that the workhouse is in order and things are flowing smoothly. And again, the Magician is a very powerful card saying that you make this happen. So if you get yourself into a funk this week, it's all about you and nobody else responsible. You've got to control yourself this week. You've got to make sure that you are focused on happiness, good things. Be patient with other people. This is the Temperance card. Be patient with other people. Don't let them get to you. You know, let them work through their issues. You got your issues resolved. You're fine. And then most importantly, just have an amazing week. Rise above. This is a Six of Wands. Rise above, rise above, rise above, rise above. You're going to be given attention. You're going to be given accolades. You're going to be given some notice, and make sure that you appreciate it. Just bask in it. Enjoy the glory. Enjoy the glory. Enjoy the attention. And most importantly, make sure you pay attention to your family as well, and they'll pay attention to you. They're going to give you that appreciation as well, because remember, in the astrology part, it was about, they had that family connection. In this one, there wasn't a whole lot about family though. But in the end, when you see that alignment card, the Star card, and then it comes back to that Temperance card that brings in that Wands, it kind of brings that back to some acknowledgement of family too, because again, it's that full picture rising above. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Please hit that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. And that share. If you are on Sonoran Mystic Tarot, which is my channel, please pop over to Miss Bonnie's channel, Your Love Goddess, and do the same. If you're on Your Love Goddess, pop over to Sonoran Mystic Tarot, which is mine, and do the same. And then go to Cards and Constellations, which is our combined channel, and hit a subscribe there as well, and a share. We would appreciate it. When you share this out, you're helping other people get the message. Remember, people have sun, moon, and rising signs, and we only often know the main sign. We don't know there are others, and yet they do. So they could be Virgo with the Sagittarius rising, and therefore they needed to hear this. Remember, share it out. Let people decide whether they want to watch it, but more importantly, you do your job and help us. We would appreciate it very much. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Love, light, and blessings from me and my family, Miss Bonnie and her family, to you and your family. Until next week, we will see you then. Have an amazing one, and bask in that sunshine. Bask in that glow. You burn it.